Over the last few modules, we've discussed why companies choose to use batch production and some of the problems that are associated with large lot production. We've also discussed the benefits of lowering lot sizes and how this can assist organizations to level their production. We must keep in mind that smaller lot sizes can only be implemented in combination with lowering changeover and setup times from hours to minutes. This is done using systems like SMED or the reduce methodology. Now we are going to dive into transformation of level loading and its role in small lot production. So, let's dive in. Level loading is also known as load smoothing and heijunka in the world of lean manufacturing. Whichever term you refer to it as, level loading is basically a term used to define a method of scheduling your daily production of different types of products. It works by smoothing out the peaks and valleys that so often occur when varying products and product families are produced together. Essentially, your orders are placed in a sequence that creates a repetitive pattern and smooths out the day-to-day variations in the total orders. This helps to smooth out the demand over a longer period of time as well. In the example shown here, you can see how the monthly output is converted to the daily output, and then a leveled production schedule is created. Now that you know what a leveled production is, we're going to look at three critical pieces of load leveling formula. Those are Shish-Kabob production, tack time, and the load leveling box, also known as the heijunka box. We'll see you in the next module. In traditional organizations, a business will calculate the required product or information for each month and produce it all at once. This is known as mass production. For example, a company with products X, Y, and Z would calculate the total amount of each product for the month and then would produce all of product X before moving on to production of product Y and then Z. This type of production scheduling is frequently referred to as shish-kabob production because much like your favorite shish kebab, each product is produced or eaten in chunks. There are three different types of shish-kabob production. Mass production. This is where all of one product is produced before moving on to the next. Then the next type is segmented production. This is further divided into daily needs or batches, and finally, mixed modal production. This production method is the practice of making, assembling, or producing several different parts or products in varying lot sizes so that the organization produces close to the same mix of products or services that will be sold on the same day. When you are leveling production, the customer ultimately determines and drives everything. This means that the final process in your sequence determines how many of each of your products is made to match customer demand. In addition to this, that demand is mixed evenly so as to ensure the proper production amounts are performed daily using mixed modal production. This ensures that the quantities that are produced are smooth, level, and in proper repetitive sequence. In later modules, we'll also discuss the rate at which products need to be produced to keep things level. Remember, leveling is fundamental to both just-in-time production and pull systems. We'll see you in the next module. When trying to level a production schedule, one of the critical pieces of your daily schedule is takt time. Takt time is a calculation that helps you match your schedule to that of the customer demand. Defined, it refers to the rate at which products, information, and/or services need to be completed in to keep up with customer demand. The formula for calculating takt time is shown here. Let's look at a basic example. First, we need to calculate the time available in a shift. Let's assume we have 8 hours in a day available. This means that we have 480 minutes per day of available work time. Now we need to calculate the customer demand per day. To do this, let's assume that we need to produce 17,500 units per month, and we have 20 available days per month. This means that we need to produce 875 units per day to keep up with customer demand. Now we can calculate the takt time. To do this, we divide our 480 minutes of available work time by our 875 units of demand, and we get a takt time of 0.55 minutes. These are the minutes we need to produce. In other words, 1 unit every 0.55 minutes to keep up with customer demand. Now with our takt time, we can keep a steady pace of production according to the market needs. And if the market is up, our takt time will be faster. If the market is down, our takt time will be slower. Being aware and producing at a takt time will drastically help you in leveling production. Keep in mind that quick changeovers are an absolute necessity and a prerequisite to actually reaching a level schedule. We'll see you in the next module. Once you have a takt time established, you need to ensure that keeping up with that time is possible. One of the best methods to visually manage your orders and keep track of when your orders need to start is by using a load leveling box. The load leveling box is also known as a Heijunka box and helps you visually communicate to workers when an order needs to be produced. The Heijunka box typically lists products down the left-hand side and time intervals across the top. Kanban cards, routers, or another trigger are then placed in the appropriate box and time for workers to act on. This helps workers to visually manage what needs to be done and when. And that's it, a load leveling box. That will help you level your production floor. We'll see you in the next module.